Honk.
And as always, the honk shall lead them. What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Arvanauts. Welcome, everybody, to a Thursday stream. It's the first Thursday stream of September 2025 here on the channel, and it's getting started late. As I have warned everyone before, Thursday is the one night during my usual streaming schedule where we can sometimes go on a lot later than planned, and that's just because I'm driving home from school, and, sometimes things happen, and I have to, privilege work, obviously, the day job. So I had a lot of stuff to talk about with folks. This is the first day back from my semester, so I had a lot of discussions with deans and colleagues and, of course, students, and a lot going on, and then traffic to fight on the way back. But so, yeah, I mean, certainly pretty short. My guess would be about 90 minutes. In fact, I'm going to sort of speed up this introduction as fast as I can, Echo, for exactly that reason, because I want to get moving here and see if I can get the armor of Tiber Septim. Although I will say that Saturday I will be doing more Oblivion Remastered, and so I should be able to do more than that, as we're just about ready to head into the home stretch of the main quest line for Oblivion. So I want to get that armor tonight. I'm about halfway done with the armor part of the quest, I believe. So, but before we get there, just a couple of reminders. If you haven't done so, please follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube. Thank you for following me and watching over there. Subscribing there. It's free for you to do that, but it really helps us out. That's !ArvTube. Discord is !ArvCord. You can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. !ArvSky is our Blue Sky. Please do follow me over on Blue Sky, and thank you for following me on that sort of microblogging site. !GenGM's announcement coming soon regarding some new shorts and some new stuff that's going to be released, so very excited about that. And let's see, and the website for all of this is arvaneleron.com. Financially, !ArvShop. That's the merchandise area. Cool swag for yourself and support the channel at the same time. Patreon is !ArvTreon. We're going to be putting a big amount of effort into that during the subathon. We really want to get that into triple digits is my goal. So I'd love to do that. Cool stuff for you and for the channel, as well as subbing to the channel. And remember, it is September this month, so if you are not a subscriber yet, it is 25% off for your 1 month sub, 25% off for a 3 month sub, and it's 30% off if you get a 6 month sub. Also, if you were a tier 1 sub and you move up to tier 2, you get a 25% discount. Again, if you move from tier 2 to tier 3, you get a 25% discount. Sorry, a 30% discount as well. So a lot of cool stuff related to that. And of course, we'll talk much more about sub stuff as we get into the subathon, Arvathon 2025, which is happening 3 weeks from tomorrow. So I'm excited for that. Otherwise, let me see. And then, of course, on the publishing side, !Icarus. That's my graphic novel from Athos Arts. Library is my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library. That's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And Greyshade. That is my Greyshade IP. Greyshade Renegade Heretic, the Grey Assassin Trilogy, award-winning, critically acclaimed from Athos Arts. You can get that at that link. You can also get the audiobooks of Greyshade from our very own Trent Sparks there. Renegade and Heretic audiobooks coming later this year. Be on the lookout for those. And you can also pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade coming to you from Alligator Alley Entertainment and designed by our very own Brandon O'Brien. You can pre-order that. And as always, !BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message we will do so for others in that situation in the future. Oblivion Remastered tonight, like I say, going for about 90 minutes. Then on Saturday, I will be back with a much longer Oblivion Remastered stream with more of that too. And then we'll move into next week. The schedule is more or less complete, maybe a couple of slight tweaks, but it's basically there, and I am excited for all of it. It's going to be a good time. All right, give me 1 second. I just have to grab something, specifically a pair of glasses. So one sec. Hang in there. That's not it. That's also not it. That's it, though. Aha! I found it. Okay. Yeah, and I also have a a little story for you all. Okay, so as I turn off that and turn on that, there we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you all. Let me just move that over there, and then let me just adjust the lights, and then it'll be good to go. Quick note for all of you as we get started with the Oblivion stream. I had an interesting experience today because I made changes in the run-up to the semester. I have been teaching in some capacity or another I figured out today, I got my first student teaching assignment all the way back in the fall of 1992, which means that I have been teaching in some capacity or another for 33 years. So I've been at this quite a while. And I have been teaching at full-time college teaching for 23 years. I'm starting my 24th year of full-time college teaching this year, and my 23rd year at my specific university, St. John's University. So as we move over to the current game with that sort of setup, the thing I wanted to mention is that of all that time, this work that I've had to do this semester is the most work I've had to do, I would say, in probably 20 years in reassembling and sort of reconstructing my syllabus to address the scourge of generative AI. Because I definitely noticed last semester, specifically towards the end of last semester, I was feeling the seams, if you will, begin to show. And specifically I was pretty good at catching a lot of this stuff, but there were definitely submissions that I was getting from my classes that were Gen AI generated. I don't know what the percentage was, but I want to say the ones that probably 40%, something like that, if I had to estimate. And what it was doing was, and I'm sure I didn't get everything. I got a lot of it, but I'm sure I didn't get everything. And what it was doing was it was creating this environment for me of, yes, I want to load that game. It was creating this environment for me of distrust in my students. Because I found that I was starting to build up real resentment. Like and this is something common to a lot of professors that you hear talking, or teachers, which is that it is absolutely exhausting to be grading computers. Like, none of us signed up for that. It feels like a colossal waste of time. I'm not giving feedback to students. I'm giving feedback to computers, right? And I heard from a couple of students that they had professors who were grading their assignments with ChatGPT. So we have a situation where we have ChatGPT grading ChatGPT. Like, what the hell are we doing? And I was starting to resent having to waste my time on it. And I was also starting to distrust my students, because I always have had some very good writers in my the students that I teach. And I would get like a really excellent paper. And yes, you can tell to a degree, but not perfectly. And so I would be like, is this just a really good paper? Like, did they really do the work? And it was just a bad scene. So I thought long and hard about it over the last 6 months. Hey, Nonstop. I thought long and hard about it. And I finally was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to be grading computers. Yeah, I wouldn't surprise me, Triffin. I'm not doing it anymore. And so I reconfigured my syllabus completely, basically making all of the work except for the reading is all going to be in class now. Basically all of it. Exams, responses, so the long form papers that I've assigned for many years that they take home, they're doing in class. I don't love doing this because part of what happens in the teaching process is having students, work through some things on their own and think about things in the quiet of their own thoughts, looking at a computer screen or, on their own notebook or whatever on their own. And I'm removing that by doing this. But I sort of did a cost-benefit analysis and decided that I would rather have that and know that we have humans talking to humans rather than having a bunch of people, including students. I don't even really blame students as a group. This is mostly companies and politicians and, sometimes administrators, depending, who just are just running headlong ahead into this stuff. We got the sweep around. I just want to see the sweep around here. Look at this badass. I really wish I'd gotten a cooler looking robe though. But otherwise, yeah, look at that. So I finally decided that I had to do it this way. Yeah, thanks, Triffid. I agree. I finally decided I had to do it this way. And so I was nervous about it. And I was like, I don't know how this is going to go across. And I spent a good 10 minutes just on this subject with each of my 3 classes. And I was just like, look, here's why I'm doing this. Here's where I'm at, you know. I had a couple of repeat students. I always have some repeat students from previous years and semesters. And they were like, you know, but now, is it possible that all of the students were just sort of like, whatever the professor says? Is it possible that all of the students are, you know, just sort of like, you know, like half of them are going to drop the class? I doubt it, but it's possible that some will or whatever. But in the end, I was surprised how positive the reception was. Like, I had students coming up to me, I think after each class, not a horde of students, but after each class saying, I'm really glad we're doing it this way. And I feel, you know, like I had one person telling me I just feel like this gives me a chance to, like, something to the effect of, like, I feel like I'm kind of on equal footing by doing it this way. And it reminded me so much, I've used this analogy before, about baseball players in America who felt, the rank and file of the baseball union, that felt like they had to take steroids so that they could compete with all the guys that were already taking steroids. And so they demanded as a group to get steroids out of the game. They were the ones who insisted on it. They're like, we'll do the testing, we'll do whatever. And steroids are basically out of the game because the rank and file demanded it. I think if students push for this too, there's going to be a similar scenario. So they're still going to do the readings outside of class. And what they're going to do is, whenever they come in on most classes, not all of them, but most of them, when they come in, I will be giving them a specific question that they have to answer based upon the reading that they did. And it will be a question that I promise Gen AI has not thought of. And they are then going to have to write in class in front of me a 1 to 2 page response most of the time, and in longhand, not using laptop, but in longhand. And I will give them 10 minutes without doing anything other than just focusing on that. And then we'll get back in the discussion. And those who are still doing a little bit of, working on it longer can work on it a little bit longer. That will both help shape our discussion in class. And then they will hand me those on the way out the door. And I'll be able to give a couple of comments on that. And those responses are going to be graded. So moved everything to inside class, moved everything to this sort of scenario of these responses. And I think that is going to clearly mitigate and reduce this sort of thing. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I'm aware that there is an ableist streak to this, Triffid, like I'm aware that this is, some students who have accommodations, of course, I'll give them those. But I'm aware that for some students, it's not as easy as like, oh, just write longhand, you know what I mean? But I have to balance out all these factors. And in my judgment, this is the thing that keeps us most close to educational systems, humans and so on. And I'll also say that it is very close, honestly, to... I did already. My classes have always been very discussion oriented. So a lot of the initial stages of learning happen in the class anyway, in that discussion. So at least we have that. It's not optimal, but I'm not going to grade computers. I'm just not going to do it. It's not what I signed up for. And I do also think, I do feel like I'm increasingly convinced that AI is the Gen AI specifically is the bubbliest of all bubbles, and the bubble unquestionably is going to burst. I don't know what will be left in the sort of like wreckage of that. Something that's closer, that's sort of approximating Gen AI maybe, but it's not going to be the sort of hypey McHype pants that we have right now. And so I do think that this is not a permanent thing. I can imagine myself coming back to the longer form writing a couple of years from now, maybe. But I at least have to try this experiment and see how things go. So I was heartened that the students seem to be with me. Like you get a vibe, right? Like if students are kind of like, you kind of get the vibe they're not down with it. But there were definitely, and as I say, I had several students after each class who were like, we really are glad that you're going this way. So, I mean, it also means they don't have to write a couple of long papers. So I'm sure they're happy about that too. But it's going to put a lot of emphasis on they're going to have to read carefully and well, and they're going to have to be really prepared to be able to talk about things in that way. And I'm not teaching composition. I know that Alphabet Streams is doing a lot of composition. I don't teach composition now. I teach literature courses. The only course that I have that's very writing, I mean, they all had a fair bit of writing, but there's still a good bit of writing now. It's it's just broken up a little bit and it's in class. But the only class I have that is exclusively writing is my creative writing course, which I teach in the spring. That's a whole other ball of wax. That I'm going to have to think a lot about how to handle that too. But one miracle at a time. Let's deal with this first. So anyway, that's the life and times. The life and times. But boy, what a world. Hey, what? Oh, hi. What's up? So as I say, it's definitely not optimal, but it's the best. I won't say bad. I'm not going to go that far. The best bad thing. I'm not going to say that. It's not bad, but it definitely is not. It's not optimal. It's not what you want, you know? So, but I thought long and hard about it. I thought of different ways to include still like at least one long paper, and I just kept coming back to the same thing. Like I can't guarantee that that's going to be something which is going to work out, you know, in terms of I don't know that I won't necessarily be able to trust it completely, and then that just creates, you know, a lack of trust, which you don't want. And I, you know, the other thing, I was talking to a couple of colleagues of mine today about teaching online. I don't know how the online folks are going to do this at all. Like, at least I'm teaching in person, right? So I have the option to do what I just described. I don't know how the online people are going to do it. I mean, it just, you know, there are, yeah, you can sort of play with things and do tricks around the edges and all that, but it's very hard to be able to determine it. And, you know, so you have things like, well, you can do Google Docs and you can look at version edit histories. And I'm like, I mean, yes, I can do all that, but it's just, again, that I just feel like I'm involved with surveillance of my students. I hate it. So, God damn it. Man, I have to get unburdened. So anyway, it was an interesting day today. But I did not come away from it super depressed or like down. I did not feel that way. I kind of went through those stages during the summer when I was trying to think about this. But I was nervous going into this, but I felt much better after I had a chance to talk to folks, to my students. They just, I felt like we were, you know, working to try to solve this problem together, which I thought was great. God damn it. Just got clear with this already. Darn it. I don't want to run up there until I have this other stuff done. So, yeah, I'd be interested to talk to Alphabet Streams actually a little bit and see what he's been doing on this, like what his thoughts are about. And again, that's how I handle the reading part of it, because they can't skip the reading part or they're going to be screwed on these response questions, because I'm not going to ask them things like, you know, did you like the book? You know, like I'm going to be asking them much more serious stuff about and much more involved stuff about the nature. Oh, God. So again, nothing's perfect. Is it possible that they'll be able to work their way around some? Sure. But the key is not to do nothing because anything isn't going to be perfect. It's to do something. Yeah. specific, like, and specific ones that are interesting. The other thing is, too, God damn it. I've destroyed the third of the cursed blades guarding Sancretor. I need to find and destroy the last of the cursed blades so that his freed spirit can help the ghosts of his companions dispel the evil enchantment, blocking the way to the shrine of Tiber Septim. Hello. Hey, wait.
Have you seen Elaine or Valdemar?
Yeah, I already freed him.
Realis fell in the lower chamber. We were separated. The fog blinded us. No, that was the dream. I'm awake now. I must fulfill my oath to the Emperor before I can finally rest.
Go to it, bro. I will say that there was an element of, when I saw how they took it, there was an element of excitement about the fact that everyone was like trying something, you know, extremely new. And that's clearly what it was. Like, this is very, very new to try it this way. And I mean, is it going to work? I don't know. But it's intentional. It's thought through. I've worked through, you know, the good parts and the bad parts and the pros and the cons as best I can. And the players are at least vaguely, the students are at least vaguely on board, and, you know, we'll see. We'll see. It also puts a real premium on attendance, too. So it means that they're going to have to, and there's not a response every single class. There are responses due for a number of them. But regardless, you know, it means that we're not getting a long form paper. I used to have 3 papers that I would assign. And that, I think, is unfortunate because there is value, not just in the timed writing, but there's real value to me in thinking through your ideas and being able to produce something over time. But, you know, I'm not teaching courses that are specifically in research writing or anything like that. So it's not like I'm falling down on the job there, but I always used to do that as part of my literature courses. And right now, that's not, you know, that's not where we're at with this. So, well, yeah, I mean, I obviously that is definitely, they've got to feel fairly good about that, right, Triffin? Like, I totally, yes, I'm sure that they're sort of thinking about that as the trade-off. They may have fewer feelings about that when it comes to, like, they may change their tune when they realize that this isn't going to be quite as easy as they might think, possibly. But, you know, who knows? As I say, this is an experiment, honestly, and it's I think a justified experiment. It's a legitimate experiment. But it is an experiment. It allows me to kind of lean into this, like, boy, this professor, like, you know, has a pocket watch and, you know, he's coming up with all these wild, crazy ideas. The blue exam, I think I talked about this before, the blue books, anyone who's ever in college or actually high school for part of it may remember the blue books, sometimes pink books, that you handwrite exams in. And I never gave up on that for midterms or final. And so, but there's a big boom in that whole business and that whole factory, like the factory production of those things has gone way up. Because I'm not the only one. There are lots and lots of professors in all different forms and, you know, genres and styles that are going the same way. Nice. All of the cursed blades of Sancrator has been destroyed. All the blades are gone. They're freed. Spirit have gone to the shrine of Tiber Septim to try to dispel the enchantment laid upon it by the Underking long ago. I should go to the shrine at once to see if they succeed in their final quest.
Stand aside in the name of Tiber Septim and the Blades. Hinder me at your peril.
All right. You're welcome for me letting you go. What happens if you destroy this thing? Like this ghost. Maybe you can't. Not that I'm going to try. Wait, what? What? The heck, dude just like went through a wall. I heard a door. Okay. So, yep, Blue Books it is. Blue Books FTW. I'm reminded, I need to play that clip. Has anyone in chat seen the movie Skyfall? James Bond movie Skyfall? One of the best Bond movies, by the way. Tremendous. But, oop. Anyway, Albert Finney, who's a really good character actor, who I think passed away recently. So he plays the gamekeeper, James Bond, Old Ancestral Home. And at one point, Bond goes back there for reasons I won't go into. And he's looking for weapons. And all they have is like, your second film you saw at your local cinema. So you remember the whole scene, Echo, where he's like laying out the weapons and they have basically his Bond's dad's old shotgun. And then pretty much like, he's like, and that's all we have. We sold all the rest. And he's like, but we always have this. And then he puts a couple of knives on the table and he's like, the old ways are the best. So I just need to show that clip. Sometimes the old ways are the best. It's a great line. That sequence, Echo, one of my favorite sequences in all of James Bond is when he's standing looking at the Highlands of Scotland. And he's with M. And he's looking out at the thing and he's like, and M gets out of the car and she goes up to him and she's like, this is where you grew up. And he's like, And she's like, how old were you when they died? And he's talking about his parents. And he says, you know that. You know the whole, and the way he gives it, I saw an analysis of this, was fascinating. You know the whole story. And the way that he goes story is almost like it's almost childlike. Like he's sort of like, you know the answer to that. Because, of course, M really is a surrogate mother, right? And so he says that. And then she says, orphans always make the best recruits. And he kind of looks at her and smiles. And then he says, storm's coming. And then they go down and they continue. It's such a great scene. Plus, it's beautiful language. And, oh, man, so good. You know the whole story. Oh, God, the ambient. Oh, no, the music is amazing. The fog. Yeah, no, 100%. I just love every aspect of that scene. It's so beautifully set up. It pays off so many things so well. Really, really love it. And then Finney, who I like as an actor anyway, is just the icing on the cake. Damn it. Hate getting hit by those because I have to wait. Yeah, so I love that whole sequence. Also, the guy, and I can't remember his name, the actor who plays Silva, the bad guy. He's great too. If all else fails, sometimes the old ways are the best. He's so great, that dude. Oh, man. I love Finney. Albert Finney, also great in as the evil trainer, so to speak. Okay. In The Bourne Ultimatum. You're gonna have to accept it was right here. You chose to become Jason Bourne. We didn't pick you. You picked us. Yeah, the whole quote in the film. All right, hang on. Let me see this. Yeah, The Bourne Ultimatum. Yep. Love Finney.
Sometimes the old ways are the best.
That's so great. Oh, man. He's awesome. Sometimes the old ways. So great. See ya. I saw him in something else too. I mean, he's been in a lot of stuff, but I saw him Bourne Ultimatum, Skyfall, and there was one other thing that I saw him in too, and I can't remember exactly what it was that I saw him in. He was in a number of things, but I really like those good character actors. Actually, the Bourne series has a few of those. David Strathairn is really an awesome character actor too. He's great in Lincoln as Seward, Lincoln's Secretary of State. He's great in Sneakers as Whistler, the blind tech thief expert guy. And he's great as the bad guy Noah Vosen in Bourne Ultimatum. And as I said, he did this great John Brown thing live on stage that you can find on YouTube. It was also really good. So another really good character actor. Whoa. Sacrator, Tomb of the Roman Emperors. I thought it said Roman Emperors. I was a little curious as to why it was the Roman Emperors. Oh, here we go. Oh, snap. The ghosts of the four cursed blades have dispelled the evil enchantment on the shrine of Tiber Septim. The way to the armor is now open. Awesome. Good job.
We have fulfilled our last duty. We go now to Aetherius without shame. Farewell. We have fulfilled our last...
Okay.
We have fulfilled.
Thanks, all of you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Enjoy Aetherius. Okay, cool. Whoa. I have the armor of Tiber Septim. Now to take it to Martin at Cloud Ruler Temple. Just curious. It's just heavy armor. It weighs nothing? Damn. Some good-ass armor. Okay. Cool. All right, let's take this back. Guess who's back, back again. Yeah. Taking back. Tell a friend. Okay. Ooh, didn't see this the first time. Oh. Not a big deal, but happily we'll take that. Sometimes they give you a door that's like a shortcut out of here, but not in this case, I guess. Maybe I can't do that. Maybe I have to go this way. Ah. Entry hall is promising. Wait. Oh. Whoops. Okay, up here. Up and around. Whoops. No, don't go down there yet. Did this already. Didn't come this way, though. The frick? What? How do I get there? Darn it. I came from here. What the heck? Up there? How do I get up there? Oh, are you talking about the sequence where she's speaking to the committee before Sylva's attack? Where she does the whole to stand, to fight, not to yield. That is a great sequence. I mean, that's... Oh, you're not talking about that. Oh, that's a great one too, though. That's a really good sequence. And it gives Judi Dench a chance to whip out the old Shakespeare work, which is always a good thing. I have no idea how to get to this place. All right, so what's the one you're talking about? I don't know. Maybe I have to go down here. Why would they... I don't know. This doesn't seem right. This may not be right. Oh, the UK Bulldog? Yeah, yeah. Oh, this is not right. How do I get out of here? That's the prison. Entry all. Oh, God. So confusing. Where is this place? God, I wish I had a quick exit command. What the frick? Ah! It's right there, somehow. Freaking... Okay. Somehow it's got to be looped around somehow. Okay, can I go over here? Right back in the same goddamn spot again. Wait a minute now. This might be it. Stop. Wait a minute. This looks familiar. Mm-hmm. Okay. Whew, that took way too long. Cloud Ruler Temple. Got your armor, bro. Okay. Oops. All right, Sep. All right, Martin. Got you your stuff.
Sir. My progress on the Mysterium Xerxes is slow, I'm afraid. How goes your search for the armor of Tiber Septim?
Oh, I got it.
The Septim blood may flow through my veins, but you have the soul of a hero. The armor of Tiber Septim himself. Joffrey will be amazed to see it. You can reassure Joffrey that I will not destroy the armor. All I need is a scraping of Talos's divine blood. The Blades are as touchy as priests about relics of Tiber Septim, it seems.
What else can I do to help?
While you were gone, I've made some progress in deciphering the Mysterium Xarxes ritual. The third item we need is a great Welkin stone. You may have run across lesser Welkin stones. They're fairly common in Ayleid ruins. But a great Welkin stone will not be
How
easy
great
to
is
come
this
by.
stone?
They have been plundered one by one over the years, due to their great value to mages and occultists. There is only one place that is rumored to still contain one. The ruins of the Ayleid city of Miskarkand. A place where many have perished seeking its great stone. But nothing else will do, so you must succeed where all others have failed.
What a surprise. Tell me about Miskarkand.
The capital of one of the ancient Ayleid kingdoms which flourished in Cyrodiil before the rise of men. It is said that the ruins are still haunted by the vengeful spirit of its last king. True or not, it is not a place to enter lightly. Be careful. The pinnacle of Ayleid magic. Once, every Ayleid city had its great stone. But they've all been plundered over the centuries. All but one. The great stone of Miskarkand is reputed still to shine in the deep darkness of its ruined halls. But no one has ever done more than glimpse it from a distance. It is said to be guarded by the ghost of the last king of Miskarkand.
I'm sure he'll be friendly.
Miskarkand is one of the most extensive Ayleid ruins in Cyrodiil. It was the capital of one of the ancient Ayleid kingdoms. You might find glories and laments among the Ayleid ruins useful. I have the library's copy at my table if you need it. Be careful, my friend. I know you've braved many dangers already, but Miskarkand is not to be taken lightly.
Okay, Glories and Laments Among the Ayleid Ruins by Alexandra Hetrard. Having arrived at Godlesford Priory halfway on the Gold Road between Skingrad and the Imperial City, I resolved to make a side trip to view the... What's up, adoring bro? Hey, how's it going? It's going pretty well. Just got the armor of Tiber Septim back. I have to head off to get a great Welkin stone. But we're moving into the home stretch of the main quest pretty soon, I think. So, having arrived at the Godlesford Priory halfway on the Gold Road between Skingrad and the Imperial City, I resolved to make a side trip to view the magnificent ruins of Saya Tatar, or Shadow of the Fatherwoods in the ancient Ayleid tongue. After many hours of difficult travel through tangled hawthorn hells and limberlosts, I was suddenly struck dumb by the aspect of 5 pure white columns rising from a jade-green mound of vines to perfect V-shaped arches and graceful capitals towering above the verdant forest growth. This spectacle caused me to meditate on the lost glories of the past and the melancholy fate of hive civilizations now poking like splinter shards of bone from the green-grown tumulus of time-swept obscurity. Ah, someone's got a thesaurus next to them. You did Miskarkand and Sancretor the other day. I just finished Sancretor, so I'm going to see if I can do Miskarkand before wrapping up for this tonight. And I feel pretty good about that. And then Saturday, do a big chunk more so that hopefully next week I actually finish the main quest line. That's the plan. Within the forest tangle, I discovered an entrance leading down into the central dome of a great underground edifice once dedicated to Magnus, the god of sight, light, and insight. Dimly lit by the faded power of its magical pools, the shattered white walls of the enclosure shimmered with a cold blue light. The marble benches of the central plaza faced out across the surrounding waters to tall columns and sharp arches supporting the high dome. From the central island, stately bridges spanned the still pools to narrow walkways behind the columns, with broad vaulted avenues and limpid canals leading away through ever-deepening gloom into darkness. Reflected in the pools were the tumbled columns, collapsed walls, and riotous root and vine growth thriving in the dark half-light of the magical fountains. The ancient Ayleids recognized not the 4 elements of modern natural philosophy, earth, water, air, and fire, but the 4 elements of high elf religion, earth, water, air, and light. The Ayleids considered fire to be but a weak and corrupt form of light, which Ayleid philosophers identified with primary magical principles. Thus, their ancient subterranean temples and sanctuaries were lit by lamps, globes, pools, and fountains of purest magic. It was by these ancient, faded, but still active magics that I knelt and contemplated the departed glories of the long-dead Ayleid architects. Gazing through the glass-smooth reflections of the surrounding pools, I could see deep below the slow pulse, the waxing and waning of the Welkin stones. The chiefest perils of these ruins, the explorers, are the cunning and deadly mechanisms devised by the Ayleids to torment and confound those who would invade their underground sanctuaries. What irony that after these many years these devices should still stand vigilant against those who would admire the works of the Ayleids. Traps. For it's clear these devices were crafted in vain. They did not secure the aliens against their true enemies, which were not the slaves who revolted and overthrew their cruel masters, nor were they the savage beast peoples who learned the crafts a war, and magic from the alien masters. No, it was the arrogant pride of their achievements, their smug self-assurance that their empire would last forever, that doomed them to fail and fade into obscurity.
The last item, the supporting glyphs all point to... I'm sorry to burden you with my problem.
Oh, I was just skipping
I
through
should
that
have
because I
the
already knew.
final part of the ritual deciphered soon. It's only a matter of time now.
Sorry, but I'm too...
All right. Anemone. Oh, that's very cool. I had not heard about that, actually.
Yes?
All right. So I got to run downstairs quickly, and then I will be back up. And then we are going to go... Yeah. Or more specifically here, Dagny's camp. And then down here. So we'll go there in just 1 second. So enjoy the music. I'll be right back. Okay. I am back. Yeah, that description sounds pretty cool, Echo.
Huh? Why? Whoa, showing your face is the last mistake you'll ever make. You're pathetic.
I'm pathetic, or you're annihilated. Your choice. So thanks for the 2 lockpicks. I was just going to talk to you and be like, hey, what's up? And then you're like, I'm going to just... Okay. Every time I come back, this camp has been restocked by bandits. And then I obliterate them again, and they're always like, oh, man. It's meant to be a psychological thriller. Oh. Is Ronan Day Lewis a well-known director, and I just don't know? Well, you said it was his directorial debut. Is he well-known other than the fact that he's the son of his father? Has he done other acting and stuff? Man, can you imagine? You're like, who am I getting for actors? Sean Bean and, oh, by the way, my father. One of the great actors of our generation, Daniel Day-Lewis. Who only does, and I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis, who's the opposite of Samuel L. Jackson, right? Like, he only does a role, like, every 10 years, but it's always incredible. He is still, like, his freaking performance in Lincoln is absurd how good it is. Like, it's so believable. One's a short and the other's a music video. I see. So his father's throwing him a bone, so to speak. That's pretty awesome. Look at that jump. Cleared it. Oh. West-wheeled bear den hunter. That's cool. So his dad just threw him a bone on this. Hopefully it's good. I mean, like, how much directing do you have to do with Daniel Day-Lewis in the first place? You're like, all right, Sean Bean, you just stand there until it's time for your character to die, and Daniel Day-Lewis... No, I'm just kidding. I actually really like Sean Bean as an actor. He's so good as Boromir. Bitterfish Goblin. Ooh, I like that. Bitterfish Goblin. Very interesting. Yeah, I had not heard of that, Echo. That is a new one on me. Went to the ruins of Miskarkand. Now I must find its great Welkin stone. Look at that, Miskarkand. Of these quests, by the way, and I'm not planning to do these. I'm going to focus on the main quest, but in God's Annoy, it's a side quest. Lifting the Veil is another side quest. Another side quest, 3. Nirnroot, I'm not going to keep doing that. I've already done as much of that. That one's a pain in the ass, everyone tells me. Pilgrimage is, I don't have enough work, like, knowledge of the map to know. Maybe Where Spirits Have Lease, and I didn't do anything of that. So basically, Where Spirits Have Lease, so these 4, more or less, would be the other ones. How many quests have I completed? I'm curious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 79 completed quests. Let's go. No, that seems reasonable to me. And I think it's cool to be able to share stuff with your children. I mean, it's something that, like, that's the, I would love to be able to do that with, little Arv. We've done some stuff like that on a certain level, but to be able to actually collaborate with her on something would be cool. And then when my son gets older, I mean, that'd be pretty awesome, like just sitting there and watching her reading this poem to the entire assembled group of teachers at the Bridgeport Teachers Convocation, which was last week, was awesome. Like, I mean, 2,000 teachers, and she at the Hartford Healthcare Amphitheater was really, really cool. So I'd love to get a chance to do something like that with her at some point. Ooh, I'll take that, and that. And that. And not that. So is this guarded by goblins? Ah, I missed. Do. You have more double open quests than Daniel Day-Lewis has movie credits. Oh my god, that's so true. Guy's gonna learn to use his head. A dread zombie. So we have goblins and dread zombies. Oh, for sure. Well, she has done some of that. I mean, she's even written, she has a whole, like, adventure that she's run for people. So she has done some of that. Zombie Guardian. Oh, that's right. I have to repair these things. Let's see. Repair. Dong, dong. Nice. Armor increased to 41. I love it. Oh, you son of a... Dude, literally, I was like, all right, here we go. And literally moves just as I shoot. Oh, God. Why are there goblins just hanging out with... Is that okay? They do that? Like, they just hang out with freaking skeletons? That's how they do things here? Wish these were various stones. I'm just waiting. Okay. How do I have to go back up? Oh. Freaking zigged when he should have zagged. Stairs up. Good. See ya. Oh, shoot. Too many things. I took too many things. See ya. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Nice. Got some extra lockpicks. Not complaining about that. Okay. Do I have any soul gems left? Because if not, I need to get some more souls. I mean, some filled soul gems, I should say. Nope. 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 All right, it's time to switch over. Okay. Wonder if zombies have souls. Probably not. Okay. Again, this is another cut and paste dungeon. This is the only thing about Oblivion is it tends to be fairly like all looks more or less the same. Whoa! The physics, man. The physics. Oh, come on. Okay. I should have a few souls now. Mm-hmm. What else we got? Aha! I also like that I'm using up these soul gems too, so I have fewer of them to worry about, and I can just... I still don't know what's going on with Azure Restore, which I thought was supposed to... I still don't get that, but... Oh. Okay, so grand and lesser. Still need some more souls, I feel like. Alright, opened remotely, huh? Like here remotely? What? Push the block. Oh. Down this way, maybe? Oh, come on. Nice. Dread Zombie should be good for souls. God damn it. A lot of skeletons around here. Thank you. Oh, hi. So there has been a battle between the goblins down here and the skeletons. They're not just working together, which I thought would have been really weird. I love all these Welkin stones. This is really helping me because I won't need to worry about potions for sorcery. At least. Now, the Varla stones are the most useful, but... Alright. Can I, he said, fill more stuff with my soul gems? Ooh, awesome. Grand souls. Okay, what else do I have? That is still not filled. Got lesser soul gems. And petty. Okay. I have played Daggerfall, but not Unity. I played the original. I've watched Kilgore playing some of the Unity version. But again, the Unity really just adjusts, just affects the graphics. It doesn't really do... it really just deals with the graphics. It doesn't deal with... how do I get up there? It does not deal with, like, you know, sort of gameplay or whatever associated with Daggerfall. Aha. Is that gate open? It's a long way away for that gate to be open. Oh, hi. Nice. Ooh, we got a chest over here. Nice, good ones. Okay. Getting there. Ah ha ha. I think I can probably switch over now. Shit. Oh, God. kite him backwards. Yeah, that doesn't look like a trap at all. Found the Great Welkin Stone. Now to bring it to Martin at Cloud Ruler Temple. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, come on. All right, I'm going to shoot you with Bow the Dynamo. Okay. All right, what do we got for gems? We filled another Grand Soul Gem. Awesome. And another Grand Soul Gem. Do-do-do-do-do. A Grand Soul Dice the bust. Okay, we're not going to fill that, although it's tempting. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Have any more of these? What if I could actually use the Great Welkin Stone? I assume it wouldn't let me, but... Okay. Okay. I thought that that was going to be open because of the guy's key. Oh, shoot. Had the wrong spell equipped. Not that I've ever done that before. Oh, wait. Alright. That's not very exciting. That's just a shortcut to someplace I already was. Alright. Can I get up there is the question. Gotta get up to get down. Gotta get up to get down. Wait a minute. Alright, if I go this way, should we go there and around to the right, if I'm understanding what I'm doing. Oh. Oh, god damn it. God frickin'. Jerk. Sure, I don't have any, like, negative effects on me. Okay, good. Oh, nice. I guess. Security increased to 44. Nice. Okay. Now to the left. No. Yes. To the left. Grab these. I was kind of hoping the dude's key would open something. Wow. Okay. Okay. Go down and take a right. Good. Which means I should be able to get out this way if I'm doing it the right way. Okay. Would love a quick exit out of dungeons. Would be very useful. There's a skeleton around somewhere. Was not expecting to have this many... Oh, come on, dude. Hello? This many chests to deal with on the way out. Jeez. Oh, is this a... Let's go. Varla stones are super useful because they fill up all the souls of the magic stuff. I think I have 5 now, which is great. Huzzah. Oh yeah, the Leonin shield. I gotta drop some of this stuff off, honestly. And more of the Welkin stones. Love that for us. Gonna need to go back to to our house and drop some stuff off after this. Okay. Hi, Uncle Eleron. Okay, so I have to go around, follow the bridge, I think. I mean, like, I guess it's more immersive to have to go all the way out, but it's also a little bit like, come on, bro. Don't make me go all the way out. If I were the goblins, I would have freaking beat feet, man. I would not have stayed in here at all. Okay. Let's save this. And now, back up to Martin. Okay. Gonna give him that thing and be like, hey, guess what, bro? I got your stuff. Okay. Got your stone.
With all due respect, sire, there must be another way. The risk is too great.
I know the risk. I was at Kvatch. But there is no other way. We have no choice.
The Countess will never agree to it.
She will. She must.
Very well. The blades are, as always, at your disposal.
Wait.
You're back. And you've got the great stone.
Yeah, I do.
You did. I can count on you. I never thought to see a great Welkin stone. As beautiful as all the old tales tell. But of course its beauty is a mask for its deadly power. Like everything crafted by the Aliens. Now, we need only one more item. And we'll be ready to open a portal.
One more item?
Cameron's realm.
What's the last item?
I've seen it sooner. It's the counterpart to the great Welkin stone. Just as the first two were the opposed powers of the Daedra and the Divines. Welkin stones contain the concentrated power of Mundus. Their counterparts are sigil stones, which are used to hold open Oblivion gates. A great sigil stone, then, is what we require.
Sigil stone. Okay, what's the catch, though? Oh, I got my rock then. No, I teach on Monday and Thursday, Echo. On Friday, I do need to get my son ready for school, but I can just sort of do that and then kind of head back to sleep and then do a little bit of work in the morning, a bit of writing and some work for school, like not work at class, but just, you know, grading or whatever. And then hang out with, then I pick up little Arf from school because she only has kind of a 2/3 day on Friday, hang out and do some stuff, and then usually come back and be with the family Friday night. So that's the plan.
You're not going to like it. Joffrey doesn't like it. The Countess of Bruma certainly isn't going to like it. Great sigil stones are the anchors of great gates. The kind of gate the mythic Dawn opened at Kvatch.
Okay.
The kind of gate the mythic Dawn wants to open here to destroy Bruma.
So we let them open the gate?
I said you weren't going to like it. The risk is great, I know. I was at Kvatch. I saw the terrible power of the Daedric siege engine. But we have no choice. The only way to recover the Amulet of Kings is to allow the mythic
Seems a
Dawn
bit
to
lesser.
proceed with their plan to attack Bruma.
Years ago, it used to be Tuesday and Thursday, which was actually better because then I had Friday and Monday on either side. At least you'll be safe here.
No. I'll lead the defense of Bruma myself. If I am to be Emperor, it's time I started acting like one.
It's too risky. I'll lead the battle.
Remember when we first met in Kavach? I told you that I didn't want any part of the gods' plan. I still don't know if there is a divine plan, but I've come to realize that it doesn't matter. What matters is that we act, that we do what's right when confronted with evil.
Hell yeah.
That's what you did at Kavach. It wasn't the gods that saved us, it was you.
I mean, that's
Were
true.
you acting for the gods? I don't know. But now, it's my turn to act.
As you command.
Please, my friend. I need your judgment, not your obedience. I explain myself to you so you understand me, and so you can explain to the Countess. I'm afraid she may take a bit more convincing than you.
I'll inform the Countess at once.
Good. Have her meet me in the Chapel of Talos for a council of war. That seems a fitting place to make such desperate plans.
Okay. So... Defense of Bruma. I should tell the Countess of Bruma that Martin will meet her in the Chapel of Talos for a war council. Whoa. Hello. Oh, wait. I was going to try to activate it, but no such luck. Okay. Well, yeah, when I mean, and teaching in high school, like just like secondary here, and beyond that, middle school, elementary school, when I was doing that, that is coming in every day. But college is only a couple of times a week that you come in for usually classes of about an hour and 20 to an hour 25 minutes per class. But you also have to come in for committee meetings. You also have to be publishing and doing research. So there's a lot of other stuff involved other than just the one thing. All right, we're going to Frostcrag Spire first. Then we're going to go to the other one, and then we're going to call it, and we will continue on Saturday. And yeah. Okay. Making good progress on these quests. Blowing through the main quests after I did the side quests. Yeah. Got some rain here. It's been a little while. Okay. Transfer. Okay, I don't need 2 of those. I don't need 2 of those. Okay. Don't need 2 of those. Don't need that or that. Don't need that. Oh, that's going to save me some weight as well. Let's go. Love it. And loving it. Wow. I don't know if you can hear that. It's freaking pouring. That doesn't really take a lot, but honestly, keep all those. Don't need 2 of those. Don't need 2 of those. Don't need that. Okay, almost. 5 Varla stones is so good. Ah, man, that is so good. 26 Welkin stones, also very good. $337. I was kind of hoping it would be less than that, actually. But still pretty good. What's the thing that takes the most weight? That does. The Mage's Mace. It's really heavy. You know, I'm also going to put the Mage's Mace in there because it's just so freaking heavy. I don't really need it that much. Yeah. Giving myself about 50 pounds of buffer is nice. Okay, so we're going to go in here. Yeah, I could turn the volume. Like, I'll turn it up for just a second, just so you hear it. Freaking pouring, right? And I'm right up in the, obviously in the top of the, you know, the attic, so the roof. Let's go with that. All right, let's go to this thing. Yep. It was really coming down. Well, right now, I mean, it's nighttime, obviously, but you can't really see it. I mean, you can see it, obviously, during the day, but right now I just hear it on the windows, so.
Hi there.
They're saying some cult murdered them.
Okay. All right.
Welcome back, my lord.
Greetings. What news from Cloud Ruler Temple?
Doesn't take much to see some. Yeah. Battle plans.
Desperate plan indeed. This prince? Emperor? Martin would risk my whole city to gain a great sigil stone?
We must recover the amulet.
This is the only way to stop this invasion from Oblivion? I must confess, you are the first person to speak of victory against these Daedra. This war has seemed hopeless to me. But what else was there to do but hold on and wait for a hero to arise to save us?
Hey, listen,
Now
I got
it
the
seems
tools,
there
I
is
got
an
the
heir to
talent.
the throne after all, hidden at Cloud Ruler Temple. And perhaps a hero as well?
Martin waits at the chapel.
You avoid answering my question. Very well. Don't think I doubt you. The rulers of Bruma have long had dealings with Cloud Ruler Temple. We know whom they serve.
Whom would
I will
you
meet
serve?
Martin at the chapel. When all is ready, I will order my men to stop closing the gates and prepare for battle.
Okay.
Come with me to the chapel of Talos. I wish to speak with your lord.
Oh, okay. Hello.
The Countess has received word from...
Yeah, thanks.
Hail.
Brr, 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 brr.
Well met.
What's new with you?
They say syndicates of wizards have led a...
Can I speed this up at all? When I'm ready for battle, I should inform the Countess.
Powerful wisdom. Come with me to the
All right, all right.
Good day.
I understand Daedra worship has become increasingly prevalent in the Somerset Isle. It seems Somerset Isle has become...
Hopefully the Chapel of Talos is here. Oh my god, what?
Good day.
Yes, this is certainly... Okay. Just walk up the tent. But we did get a lot of allies for Bruma, and that should help in this battle that's about to happen. All right, here's the chapel. Okay. Here we go. Okay, meet Martin in the Chapel of Talos when I'm ready for battle. Okay, well, I've got the inventory now, and the thing is I've got the bow of the dynamo and all that, but also, let me see if there's anything else I can use for soul gems or whatever. Because I have the Varla stuff, which is really useful. Ah, nice. Okay. Grand Soul Gem has... I wish you could combine souls from other gems. That'd be pretty cool. A lot of lesser soul gems. And I have some petty gem, which I don't even... I mean, it barely does anything, yeah. Okay.
Your Highness, I am Nerina Carvain, Countess of Bruma, at your service.
There is no need for any formality at this time. I am not Emperor yet, and I am quite new to this notion of being heir to the throne. Thank you for coming. I know I am asking for a great deal of trust, but this is the only way. It's
the only way.
Otherwise.
Your champion has already explained the situation to me. I have agreed to it. We will not win this war through caution.
You have a rare gift to know when desperation is the path of wisdom. I will do everything in my power to defend your city, my lady.
If Bruma falls, the Empire falls with us. So be it.
Okay. So, now we're going to have to inform the Countess. Awesome.
What is it?
What do you think of these battle
Martin
plans?
has made his decision. The blades stand beside him.
Okay, and you?
Tell us, guide you, my...
When you're ready for battle, the Countess will order her men to stop closing the gates outside the city. We must allow the Mythic Dawn to proceed with their plan to open 3 lesser gates outside Bruma. According to the plans you captured from those spies, they need 3 lesser gates open before they can open a Great Gate. The Great Gate will allow them to bring out the siege machine to blast the walls of Bruma, just like at Kavach.
Okay.
But it's our only hope to get the Great Sigil Stone we need to complete the ritual. You'll have to act swiftly when the Great Gate opens.
I guess if I gate the Great Sigil Stone, it also closes the gate, so there's that.
As a young man, I grew impatient with Mages Guild restrictions, as did many of my fellow apprentices. We threw ourselves into the riddles of Daedric magic. We hungered for forbidden secrets. Knowledge and power were our gods.
Our gods.
You can guess the rest. We got in over our heads. People died. My friends died.
They all died.
I've put those days behind me. But the bitter wisdom that one has been a fool is not without value.
Interesting. Okay.
Farewell, my friend.
All right, what do you have to say?
I'm only the captain of the guard. The Countess makes the final decision, and I follow her orders, whatever I think of them.
So you don't like this battle plan?
Your plan is madness. There must be another way for you to recover the amulet without risking Bruma's destruction.
Nope, there isn't.
Hey, you're the one they call the hero of Kavach, aren't you? The one that closed the Oblivion Gate and saved the city?
Who you just said is using madness. Yes, that's me.
Please, go on. Good day.
Okay.
We're here to serve.
Olaf's tap and tack it.
Good day.
Okay. All right, I will talk to the Countess when we next start. So I'm going to do this. We will save this here. Quick save here. And the next time we will, on Saturday, we will begin the defense of Bruma by talking to the Countess, and then we'll just keep going straight on from there. But we've made some very good progress. We have, I think, a couple of sessions left, if I'm reading this properly, before we are done with this, and we move on to Dragonlance. The Shivering Isles we may come back to at some point. That's possible, but we will see after we finish this. And now we are up to, is that all? 62.4? 64.1 hours. 64.1 hours. We have made some serious progress on this. Really been enjoying this game. Looking forward to finishing it because I have a lot of other games I want to get into, but I have really been enjoying it. Alrighty, well, with that awesome rain. Nice, tidy little, it was actually more like an hour and 50 minutes, roughly speaking, is what it took. But we did finish the quest that I wanted to finish, actually 2 of them. And so some good progress today. I am sorry that we started late. But again, Thursday night during the semester, there are going to be times when they start late because it just has to do with when I get out of school and traffic and all that kind of good stuff. But I will be back on Saturday. Should start sometime between 7 and 8 p.m. Eastern. You're not looking forward to the day when you swap out that wallpaper with something new. You are not looking forward to it? Yeah, I really like that wallpaper. I would swap it out at some point. Maybe when we play Witcher 4, whenever that comes out, I might switch it over then. Because that has a lot of meaning for me, that wallpaper, honestly. It's like the perfect ending for Witcher 3 for me. So, possibly. Anyway, though, I'm going to rise up on out of here because it's late. I will be back on Saturday night with more Oblivion Remastered. We'll do the Defense of Bruma, and we'll get as far into the main quest. We're already pretty far in now, and just keep rolling along with the main quest until we head towards the end of the game. Really enjoying it, but we're almost to that stage. We're heading into that. But thank you, everyone, for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you saw and heard, please follow the channel. Check out our YouTube at !ArvTube. Thank you for watching me over there. Discord, !ArvCord. Blue Sky, !ArvSky. Website, arvinelleron.com. Don't forget, !GenGM's announcement coming soon. On the publishing front, on the financial front, !ArvShop, our merchandise area. !ArvTrayon sitting right there. That is going to be triple digits is our goal for that. So very much looking forward to that. Cool stuff for yourself and for the channel. Subbing to the channel is always appreciated as well. Blood Moon happening on Saturday. Caught some of the stream. What's up, Imaginary? Yeah, it was just a bit. That's true because I was going a little bit later. Yeah. But normally I would be starting earlier than this. But like I say, Thursday nights, that's going to happen sometimes. Okay, cool. I will check that out. So, ! Let's see. Icarus, my graphic novel. Don't forget to sub to the channel is what I was going to say. ! Icarus, my graphic novel from Athos Arts on the publishing side. ! Library, Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library. That's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And ! Greyshade, my Greyshade IP. Greyshade Renegade Heretic from Athos Arts available there. The Grey Assassin Trilogy. You can also get the audiobook of Greyshade from our very own Tren Sparks. You can be ready for Renegade and Heretic, the audiobooks coming from Tren later this year. And you can also pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade coming to you from Brandon O'Brien and Alligator Alley Entertainment in about 6 weeks to 7 weeks. Very excited for that too. And as always, ! BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. ! Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And ! Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage. And send the message. We'll do so for others in that situation in the future. Thank you to my wonderful mods today. Thanks to Drew for stopping by. Always a pleasure. I know Triffid was here earlier as well. Best mods in the business. And thank you to my Patreon supporters and subscribers. Thanks to Drew. Thanks to Nonstop. Thank you to Echo Alpha as always. Thank you to my viewers. Thank you to Dark Sinner. Thank you to Dynaran. Thanks you to Dr. Hugo. Thanks to Imaginary Exponent. Thank you to Esterma hanging out in the background there. Thank you to Jagtress and of course Mrs. Dunsel as always. I will see you folks on Saturday night for more Oblivion as we move into the home stretch of this super cool game. But otherwise, everyone have a lovely evening as we enjoy that rain again. And I will see you folks back here on Saturday night. Until then, everyone, please be good to each other and have a good night. Ha